Mondays with Mayra. Live life forward and share wisdom back. Hi, this is Dr. Mayra Fernandez, and I'm welcoming you to Mondays with Mayra. I just want to tell you before we go on to the great show, like our dear Ed Sullivan used to say, those who remember Ed Sullivan, I would like to tell you that many years ago, I had thought of starting this podcast, Mondays with Mayra. Maybe like 7, 8, 9 years ago. And, but I figured I needed to learn how to do this and how to learn to do that and how to, all these reasons why I couldn't do it then. And now I am doing it, and I still don't know how to do this, and I didn't know how to do that. And I'm just trusting on your patience and that you will grow with me as I learn to do this and that and have a great show for you. Today, I want to show you an interview that I did with an engineer and with a firefighter who are now senior citizens and are leading a very happy life. One travels the world and the other one rides in luxury. And they'll tell you how they did it and why they do it and how happy they are by the decisions they made. So I'm going to ask you to do a gentleman's or ladies' bet on what it is that these two have in common. And I don't want you to start betting money. That's right. You over there, I see you. No betting money. Just bet nicely as to what do you think these two have in common after you hear their stories. Okay, so one is Armenian descent, and their people have been in the United States about 100 years or so. The other one is Italian descent, and his family has been here just 2 generations. He would be the grandfather came, then his parents were born here, and he was born here. So 3 generations back. So what is the one thing that they have in common? You will deduce it from these interviews. So listen closely and enjoy. Good morning. So we have these 2 gorgeous people here, and this is a surprise I promised you last week. So, can you please give us your names, please?
I'm Lowell Larson.
And I'm Pat Larson.
So, you are husband and wife.
4 years.
24 years.
44.
44, okay. 44 years. How many children?
We have two girls.
2 girls, okay. And how many grandchildren?
We have.
Almost 4.
Yeah, almost 4. We're waiting for the 4th one.
Waiting for the 4th one. And why do you say you're waiting for the 4th one? What is it that you guys are going to do after the baby is born?
Spoil her, of course.
Of course, that comes with the territory. And then what are you going to do in the month of March?
Oh, we're going on a round-the-world trip.
Round the world trip. Oh, my goodness. That sounds fabulous. Is this the first time you do this? No?
We did 6.
The 6th time. Now, what propelled you to do around the world? What's wrong with going to Venice and to, one year at a time, going to these fabulous places?
I just don't want to back up. I don't want to go someplace and walk backwards all the way back. I've already seen it. I want to go. I want to get in a plane, fly someplace. It's not a business trip. As soon as I land, go to the hotel, wake up the next morning, and then visit the whole day without an itinerary. Or find out what the itinerary is good to do that day, not pre-planned. I just want to pre-plan. But then I'm planning to go to the next country. Same thing. Go to the airport, a direct flight, and the plane lands, go to a hotel, maybe visit that. Whereas on a business trip, you always have to go to a city you didn't want to go to, wait at an airport, and then go to a business meeting. Everything's planned out, what you're going to say. So I always wanted to just be able to go touring and visiting. and just do it from finish where it's 16 hops in a row. You go all around the world. That to me is fun. So, and the first year we did it the easiest way. I just turned in frequent flyer miles, had a travel agent go to all the countries that I wanted to go to, and the times that I wanted to go to. And we did it business and first. So it was very convenient.
Not anymore. We don't do that.
Then the next year I did it the hardest way. Individual airlines, all independent tickets, many tickets. So that was the hardest way to do it, and that's why I did it ever since. Whereas if you do it in one alliance, you have to go only where those airplanes go. And to get to point B, sometimes you have to go to point C, like change planes and back up, and then go to long flight. And that's not fun. I want to go, since there's 800 airlines, I want to pick between the 800 airlines who's going to go to the destination I want at the proper time of day. You know, red eyes are not fun. That's business. Fun is at 8 o'clock in the morning departure to noon, or sometimes in the afternoon. If you plan it right, you can get a lot of things done. So that's what I do. That's how I plan a trip. Fun, airlines. I usually ask for window seats. That's how we handle it. And then when you get to the airport, get to the hotel, it's fun to ask, what's the hot thing to see today? Is there a fair, or is there an unusual thing to see in that city? So that's the way I plan the trip.
We try to do a dinner and a show.
That's right. And then my itineraries, if you look at them, they always say what I'm going to do in the future is the unexpected. Because that's what I really, really want to see, is the unexpected. And, well, my philosophy on travel is I don't want to see something that looks just like the city I lived in. I've already seen this city. I want to see something new. I want to get new culture. And then first night, we try to do a dinner and a show. So it gets a lot of the culture out of the way. And then that's where I can see a lot of things. That's my travel philosophy is, enjoyable. So when I go to a hotel, I don't care how many tennis courts it has or how many pools. I can have a pool in California, but I want a good view. I'll pay more for a good view than I don't know. And also, I wanted the hotel to be right next to the center of action. So we went to Rome the first time. We had a hotel right across the street from the Colosseum.
Wow.
It was in a restaurant that rented rooms above it. So
I hope you enjoyed that. And maybe starting to guess at what could be the same thing. I mean, the same thing that they have in common with our next interviewee. And he is a very happy man. I see him a lot in the neighborhood, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. Good morning. Welcome to Mondays with Mayra. As I promised you last week, I had a very special surprise for you. I've invited this wonderful person to be with us on Mondays with Mayra because I've admired him, from afar, and I wanted my friends watching faithfully every Monday to get to know him too. So, good morning, and please tell the audience that is watching you all over the world, I hope. Just tell them what your name is, your age if you want, the birthplace, and other questions that I will ask you.
Well, my name is, they call me Luke, they call me Luca, some people call me Leo. My name is Leo Luke, but my name should have been Leo Luca. But my mother didn't know how to spell it, so she named me Leo Luke Castro. Let's see, what else now?
Okay, if you want to tell us how old you are.
I'm 87 years old.
87, and look at you.
Yeah, look at me.
And where were you born?
I was born here in Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles.
Boyle Heights.
Boyle Heights, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Father
and,
Gregory Boyles from Boyle Heights, right?
Yeah, and I grew up in Alhambra, and I decided to come to the beach for a 6-month party in 1970. So, well, I got the party out of my system, I guess, but I never got the place out of my system. So this is a pretty good spot. So I've been here a while in Long Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
And well, one of the things people admire you for are your cars.
My cars.
Tell us about your cars. Which ones are they? And
Well, I generally keep 5 cars at a time,
okay.
and I rotate them. I've had this is my 4th Ferrari now. I recently have an old Bentley that I bought just for not too much money, but it's really a nice car. And I always like to keep a pickup truck and an SUV. But as I get older, I'm kind of changing my tastes and that. So who knows what's going to happen from here. Oh, and I have a hot rod. I always have a hot rod too. Yeah.
I don't know. Have I counted 6? You said 5.
Well, right now I have 5. 4.
Right now you have 5. Okay.
4.
4.
Sold the pickup truck.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we all want to know, what did you do in your professional life that you can afford these beautiful cars? I'm not into cars myself, but
Yeah.
I can't help but admire that Bentley.
Well, I was a firefighter for the city of Los Angeles, and I was able to invest a few dollars in real estate, and that's kind of how it all went. I was able to manage my real estate and go to work every shift and enjoy it. I was on the fire department for 26 years. Had a great career, and then I just been floating ever since. And I recently, in the last 10 years, have pretty well turned, excuse me, pretty well turned my investments over to my son-in-law, and he now manages it. So I'm pretty well retired.
Okay. And established at the same time. Okay, so one of the things about Mondays with Mayra is we want to impart wisdom. So what words of wisdom do you have for our own generation, of things that you have learned and that have really served you?
Okay, yeah. I say at our age, live your life and damn, just do what you want to do, because you don't have too much time left. So I say, if you want to smoke, smoke. If you want to drink, drink. You know, but I do recommend the Lord in your life, because the Lord will guide you.
Okay. And most likely he'll tell you not to drink and not to smoke.
Oh, I don't know that.
I don't
know
either.
That. Lord drank himself.
No, he
Jesus
did.
drank.
Yeah, he sure did. There's that
Yeah.
water and wine thing.
Yeah.
And so what would you like to tell the next generation? The
Save your money.
Save your money.
Don't spend the whole dollar. Always give a little to yourself first. Take that money and put it somewhere that it generates more money, and it will perpetuate itself. If you like investments, I say invest, but I don't like to speculate. There is a difference between speculation and investment, and to me, speculation is gambling. Now, if you have a strong stomach and you're really lucky and you kind of know what you're doing, speculate, whatever works, but don't spend all your money.
Okay. And I so admire you, from afar, because you are a man of God. You have put God first, and to multiply that, we have been meeting in front of a church right here in Long Beach. So I am so happy that you were able to give me, time to be able to share with others and the next generation. Because my son, for instance, he says, "Mom, why are you just focusing on your generation? What about we who want the wisdom to be a part of this?" So you brought it up, and I'll tell my son, don't forget to watch Mondays with Mayra. Thank you so much, Mr. Castro, and we'll keep seeing you around.
All right.
Okay, go! Wave.
So, welcome back. And by this time, have you figured out what both interviews have in common? Or better yet, the interviewees have in common. And that is, oh, you want to tell me? Okay, shout it out. Okay, not that. Over there, I think I hear it over there. It's planning. They both interviews shared the same thing, that these people planned for their retirement, planned for their lives. They had great jobs. They also had great dreams. And some of you are saying, well, it's a little late for me. I'm in the senior years already, and I made some mistakes, and now I'm not living the life I wanted. Or there are those of you who are living the life they wanted, but you wanted it and you got it, but now you want more. So that's why I'm sharing with you these two people who, even though they had their lives, they also wanted more. And there's a lot more to these interviews, let me tell you. It's just that I couldn't put them all in. There are kinds of stories that Lowell and Pat tell me about their trips and the people they met. And also, we have Luke, who also, traveled a lot and has great stories. I just couldn't give you all of them at one time. I wanted to give you the one thing that they did have in common, which is they planned. And you can still start something at whatever age you are. I'm going to take it, for instance, myself. I believe about 8 years ago, I wanted to do a podcast, a vlog, as it's correctly called, because it has visual as well as speaking. And I had even the name, Mondays with Mayra. And I just kept saying, oh, well, I can't do it now because I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to do that. And so I didn't do it. And here I am at 83, finally doing it. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I still don't know how to do this stuff. It's just a matter of asking for help here, asking for help there. I went to classes, and I have a wonderful teacher. I'll just give you her first name because she's very private. Her name is Perla, which in Spanish means pearl, and she is a pearl of great price. She has such patience with me, a lot of patience. And my co-students, they're very helpful and very patient as I keep asking questions. And I have so many other people. I have John, who just came in from Ecuador, and I'm letting him rent one of my rooms, and he doesn't speak English, but he's helping me and learning a lot as well. And all the people that are listening and have pressed that they liked it, that fills me with joy, because even though I don't know you, we're in this together. And so keep pressing the likes, keep pressing. Those of you who haven't subscribed, right down there, subscribe. And this will help me come back every week and be all that I can be, as I wish that for you to be all that you can be. Because I trust that you can. I know you can. So until next week, when we have another major surprise in store, and we'll see you then. Mondays with Mayra. Live life forward and share wisdom back.